Hello, everyone, and welcome to Z Talk. This is Henry Zaldivar, your host. I'm with IT Savvy. And also today I have my friend and colleague, Jason Ivanitz from Advantech. And Jason's gonna talk to you about all the great things that Advantech does. I know many of you have not heard of it. Some of you may have, but today you'll learn a lot more about what Advantech brings to the table. And in today's discussion, it's one of a multi-part series. Today we're focusing on the logistics solutions they have. So without any further ado, here's my friend and colleague Jason. Welcome to the show, Jason.
Hey Henry, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to go out and talk about our logistics solution and also about Advantech as a whole. So
Awesome.
Thanks again for the invite. And,
My pleasure.
Yeah, look forward to diving in. So I guess one of the main questions that I get ever since I started here as a vertical key account manager at Advantech is, what is Advantech? What is this company? And in a nutshell, we provide embedded computer solutions that are industry specific. So the same solutions that healthcare needs is not the same that would work in the transportation industry. We do a variety of computers, embedded PC computers that work. We discuss with CEOs and engineers in each of these industries, what are you seeing now? What is the latest trends? We collaborate with them and we come out with our line year over year, the solutions based on their feedback. One thing that is consistent is that we meet the demanding industry environments across the board, and our products are both rugged, sealed, fanless, and then they can be fully cleaned. So as you had said today, we're doing the logistics part of it. Look forward that in a week or so to go through the healthcare and the retail. But today, again, really want to focus on the logistics side. About Advantech, just at a very, very high level, we're a worldwide company. It's been around since 1993, headquartered here in the US in Irvine, California, and we have a full repair center in Milpitas, California, so a little bit up north. We do $1.75 billion a year, and I know I might be biased, but I think it's a really sweet spot for a company because we are big enough where we're the biggest embedded PC company, so we do hold a lot of weight with $1.75 billion, but we're not one of those big conglomerates where things get lost in the shuffle and then you're going to need 10 different signatures, 10 different areas to go. We can move very, very quickly. So that's the beauty. And again, we have that worldwide reach, and we are based in Taiwan, but again, as you can see here, all over the world, and strong all over the world as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. So the question that I normally get after what is Advantech, why should we use Advantech? As I had gone over before, we are the leader in embedded PC products. We focus specifically this line on logistics. And everything is manufactured in-house. So we have a very long list of standard products, but if a customer needs something specific, like an increased hard drive, memory, we're able to accommodate that. Right now, for instance, we're actually dealing with a warehouse that likes one of our computer units, but they have a specific spot where they're units where they need memory. 256 gig solid state drive. We're going through their checklist and actually designing the internal computer for them based on their wish list. So that is the flexibility that Advantech brings to the table. When we make our chassis, when we make our computers, they are designed for long life, 5 to 7 years, and even beyond that. The companies like Samsung, Lenovo, great companies, but they are a commercial focused company. We are there, as I said earlier, an industrial focused company that is there for the long term. We can do make sure that we let you know for turnover, last time buys. We control that life cycle. And that's the beauty of us being the manufacturer. We have very close ties with Intel, and for warranties out 2 to 3 years. So this is the Advantech secret sauce, the special reason why you should go with us and why Advantech is a leader essentially in the industry.
Awesome.
Sorry about that. Missed the mouse. So this is where I really want to focus on today about our logistics line. About 2 months ago, was able to walk the floor much like this. And as I was going with my customer, they were asking, well, we need some transportation. We need factory. We need something in our cold front. And I kept on saying, and I felt weird where I was like, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. It was just felt like I was checking all of the boxes of going through. And I felt like I was being cocky in a way, but it is legitimate that Advantech can take care of everything from start to finish. So if you think, especially in Miami, Henry, there is a lot of logistical
yes, there is.
And right now there is port delays. So you need to be as fast as possible. You need to do more with less. And again, that's where we talked with the CEOs, talked with the engineers. How can we make movement as fast as possible and as effective as possible? So I want to start over in the logistics kind of side for the trucks wise. I'll go into a little bit more in depth, but we actually have monitors that we can place in trucks, and also it can track where trucks are. Fuel is very expensive. Prices have gone up, I think, over 10 to 15% here over the last couple of months. So what this could do is headquarters could come in and radio to the truck drivers and say, this is the shortest route based, and that takes up the least amount of fuel based on this traffic. So it will radio on in to the driver. That saves money. We also have cameras that are actually in the car in itself to prevent fatigued driving as well. It will warn headquarters that somebody is falling asleep a little bit at the wheel, going side a little bit. That will warn that, because there is big penalties now if the trucker goes beyond that time frame. So a lot of customers are installing those in their transportation vehicles.
Okay, that's interesting. Oh.
Yeah, so that's the transportation stuff that you see on the left. Let's move into more of the mechanical and the factory. If you go into any factory assembly line, it is high temperatures, and it also needs to be stainless steel. Advantech puts forth monitors and computers that can take a very, very both low and high temperatures, and it also carries the proper certification so that it can take hits in a warehouse environment. You can't just put a typical desktop or laptop that we're working on right now in an assembly line. It's not going to work. It's going to break down. We sell those units that you can effectively place that can also read through gloves, because you know how the gloves are pretty thick when you're touching the different instructions. Can read through those gloves. And then if there's any acid, it can be fully wiped down with cleaners. So that's inside the factory portion of it. Now, to cold storage as well. Again, the wide range of temperatures, but also it is to control where you can go through and trek with a portable tablet, which is our Trek tablets. It can withstand those cold temperatures and scan whether or not how long those cold pieces and parcels have been there, to make sure, because sometimes if it's below a certain temperature, it will freeze. Then you lose out on whatever goods that is. And again, lost goods equals money, and money you can't go through right now. So that is also very important. That's what we provide. And then finally, and I'll get into this in the next one, forklifts as well. Safety is a primary issue. So we incorporate an AI into our own units that we have to make sure that both it is done quickly where you can go take the quickest route to go through the warehouse to put the boxes on the appropriate shelves, but
Hmm.
also at the same time, most efficiently, where so a forklift is not getting lost or boxes are being lost, and again, time management being taken out. So again, as you see here, as I've gone through from A to Z, Advantech can provide that complete solution in your warehouse to make it as effective as possible.
Now, a complete solution is obviously the equipment. Is there any software involved with that solution?
So we can load onto the software, and then also we can load on, if you have your own current software, we can load that on as well.
Okay.
We are very flexible in that regard, and that's where working with our engineers at any point, I can get them on, we can see what software would work. Also utilizing our automations that we can put on, we can coordinate with the customer, and again, that's where the us being malleable, that's where being manufacturer comes into play, where we can really work with you. And if you want to use our portion, or if you want to still rely on your current.
Awesome. Okay, good.
Again, this is a little bit of a deeper dive into our automated forklift. As you can see, it has kind of the internal eyes, if you will, as we like to call it. So again, it will actually go around certain products and make sure so it avoids collisions. And also it takes it to the right area. So as I had said before, this is how the AI works in amongst our own forklift area. And then again, the camera portions of it.
Very nice.
And then a little bit of deeper dive, because not only warehouses are actually need to have some connectivity, but also government vehicles as well. We're seeing more and more. So as you can see on the top, that we have the the cameras. That's also very big when it comes to fire and police as well, getting to the shortest way. And also it allows them to get into the vehicle quickly, and then they can find out exactly where the issue is while they're on the road, so they're not actually keeping track of it, or having to wait to find out where the issue is in a stationary spot. On this, and again, this could be garbage trucks as well, by the way.
Right. Okay.
This as well as fully ruggedized tablets that can be reported back to headquarters. As you can see, it can be mounted, not mounted. It can be taken with. It can be taken without, to any incident. And then also we go through, as you can see, it's like an AT&T. It's a full module to make yourself, 4G. And then we also have that service, the LTE gateway services. So that is a lot right there, but that is our logistics feed on a very, very high level of what Advantech can provide.
Well, that's an awesome, and obviously awesome solution. And I like the whole warehouse solution that you have pretty much end to end. So that's again, like you said, here in South Florida, this is the hub to Latin America and other points, and definitely I see a market for this already. I mean, obviously you guys are seeing it. You're in the vertical, and I'm sure California has a whole bunch of exporting and logistics companies, as do a lot of states that, especially on the that are on the ocean or something where they have have to transport across. So definitely something I think that find my viewers will find this interesting. A lot of them may already be in the logistics business, so I hope they're going to find this a great value. And obviously, this is a solution that they can contact through me, through IT Savvy, and then I'll put them in contact with you, Jason, and together we drive the solution. If there's some components that Advantech doesn't specialize in, IT Savvy has expertise pretty much A through Z on everything that Advantech doesn't do. So the partnership and our synergies are 100% in line. And that's why I was excited to hear about your product line a few months ago when I saw the presentation here at IT Savvy, and why I reached out to you. I'm glad you accepted to come on my show and talk about a great solution today for for logistics, supply chain, etc. Great product, and a great presentation. I know it was brief, but it's to the point. I mean, there's no need to, dig any deeper. The intent here is to educate, those that are watching this show about the capabilities of Advantech in this particular vertical. And then in upcoming videos, we'll be talking about a few other verticals. So I'll leave those right there. I won't mention what they are so that there's an element of surprise.
It's always good, and it's always good to come on back to the next one. Yeah, so no, we look forward to sharing that with you. And again, IT Savvy has been a great partner with Advantech for actually several years now. I've worked with Henry as well, so look forward to doing great things with our logistics line. And yeah, a pleasure.
Well, I definitely appreciate it, Jason. Thank you for the time today and coming on the show. I look forward to our next one here soon. And for now, for everybody, watching this video, if if this is of interest to you or know somebody that is, please reach out to me. When it's posted on LinkedIn, you can message me right there, or leave a comment. And the same thing when I post on other social media platforms, specifically YouTube, where I have the videos. If you want to comment there, I will reach back out to you. I'll put you in touch with Jason, and we'll get the ball rolling. So thank you again. Thank everybody again for their support of my Z Talk show. And Jason, once again, thank you for your great presentation today. Wish you a great day.
Thank you for having me.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Take care.